Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me: I do not just use the tarot, I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne and God, it will not stop me. So y'all, I'm back for another week. I'm trying to get myself into a little routine, and I actually have a little surprise for you guys, which I really hope you guys enjoy. And this has just been an amazing week. Like, just some really unexpected things has happened in my life, and I'm excited, and I hope some of it come out in the channel. But we are not doing what we did last week, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Angel number 48, your God, guardian angels, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me. Allow no room for doubt or confusion. God, give us one card, please. One card. Angel number 101, to what we should focus our energy on this week. Thank you. I love it. And we got one card exactly. The card that came out is tenderness. Tenderness, love and tenderness. Hey, every time I hear that, every time I see that word, I think about that. But this card of tenderness actually has this angel, has an angel petting this cat. And for me, I feel like God is telling us to not just be gentle to others, but I feel like God, I don't know, like I just feel this year I'm just being a selfish ass person, and so I feel like God is saying you just need to be more tender to yourself, more loving to yourself, give yourself more grace. I feel like, you know, us, especially black women, we tend to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. We forgive and forgive, but we hardly ever do that for ourselves. We're so hard on ourselves and we push ourselves. And I just want you to know that not even every day, if since the beginning of this year you steadily tried to stay focused on your goals, even when you fell off, you still found a way to get yourself back on track. If you have stuck to your plan that you have for yourself this year, I want you to be proud of yourself. And I also want you to just go have fun. Like, I feel like, you know, everything can't be so business-like. And what I have been realizing is that when I take that time out to just do things that I love to do, whether that's going to the movies, whether that's going to have a drink at a bar, or, you know, just going out of town, like, it really just rejuvenates me. And it gives me like this different type of energy. And then I'm able to deal with like the bullshit on a day-to-day basis that happens at work. And so I feel like this message is coming about because some of you guys have been very hard on yourself, and God is just asking you to ease up. Like, you're doing a great job. You don't have to do anything more. You don't need to work harder. And I really feel like I'm declaring this a summer of love, and I feel like we should just all just be having fun. Like, and then in the fall we'll get back to it. But I don't think we should be taking life so seriously. But don't take my word for it. We're going to go ahead and go to our tarot deck. God, what is this message of tenderness about? Why is it so important for us to be kind to ourselves as well as others? I also do feel like, you know, we're getting like some asshole stuff going around. Like, this people think it's okay to be rude and nasty to people. And you know, before we used to always say, well, that's just on the internet. But we're starting to realize that what's happening on the internet is actually coming into our daily lives. And so if we allow that energy of people just being nasty and rude and all that in the internet, it's no surprise that that's happening in our actual lives today. And so I feel like what God is saying is that we just need to just give each other more grace, give each other more patience. And that's why I'm so excited to give you guys this surprise, because I feel like it'll double down on this message and what I'm telling you right now. This message for tenderness, what came out is the Page of Pentacles. And every time I see this Page of Pentacles, I always look at this as though this person, the page is somebody who is learning their power. They're learning to realize, like, you know, how to harness their power, right? And so I look at this card and I feel like this guy was like just practicing and practicing and practicing. And then one day, he was able to literally manifest. Like, he was able to bring, like, say, you know, like for Harry Potter, right? I'm a big Harry Potter person. And so don't you know how, like, they had to go, so when they were at Hogwarts, they were in there practicing, right? You had to, you know, Alangavia Leviosa, right? So he's practicing, and then one day he does it, and this whole thing manifests into, into being. And instead of him being excited, it's like this expectancy. He's like, like, yes, I finally got it right. And I feel like this message is coming out because what God is trying to tell you is that when you take the time to pour into yourself and to make yourself, like, to be kind to yourself and to love yourself and to put yourself above others, you will start to see your power. You will see how things just start just happening more quickly for you. It's just been like this. This week has been hella unexpected, and I think it's because I've been doing that, like, just, okay, what happens when I just put me first? What happens when I just put me first? What happens when I just focus on loving myself? What happens if instead of, settling for less, instead of being on these dating apps, I just focus on myself? What happens? And what happens is, somebody will just, an old crush that just happened to pop up in your inbox, like shit like that happen. And I feel like this is what God is trying to get you to realize, like, the key to effortlessly manifesting things is not being so focused, is not being like, I'm doing it every day. It's really learning how to find this ease, this balance, this playfulness, this tenderness with yourself in the spiritual side. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get into our money and the law of attraction deck to just see if I can get a little bit more information about this message, angel number 16, because I want to understand, why is God asking us to be kind and tender with ourselves and others so that we can see our true power? Like, why is that so important? And then also another card that's peeking up to me is this 9 of Pentacles. All of this is about Pentacles. Pentacles is all about tangible things manifesting into your reality. And that's what I feel like I realized this week. Guys, I've been talking to you a lot about realizing that God, he moves in motion. Like, you're not going to understand God, you're not going to understand spirituality if you just sit there and obsess over it, or if you sit in your mind and you just want to think about, I don't even know how to describe that, but I guess what I'm just trying to get you to understand is that there has to be some type of action. You have to move towards your dreams, and then you will start seeing how, the spirit world will help you out. Like, I told y'all when I was doing these messages last week, y'all saw, like, I think it was, I don't know what video it was the video that came out Friday or whatever. What dates are, I don't know the dates, but it's the video that says, tapping into your Jesus potential, right? And you can tell my energy was like low when I first started the video. And that's because, like, I got my feelings hurt about something. But instead of, like, staying in that and, like, beating myself up and being like, see, you do this every time, blah, 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 I was just like, you know what? I took that information. I took my power, and I'm like, you know what? I looked at it for what it is. I'm like, look, I have tried and tried and tried with this person. Like, if this, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Like, I've done too much work on myself. And also, look at this. This is all, even down to this card, it's like all of this yellow. And yellow, angel number 820, is about standing in your power, standing in your solar plex, trusting yourself, right? The gut. This is the solar plex, right? And so when that person hurt my feelings, instead of just being like, oh, what's wrong with me? I'm done. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck him. I'm not going to feel this way no more. I'm not going to keep going through this anymore, because I'm better than that. Like, I'm a badass bitch. And, like, I'm not about to beg nobody to be with me. I'm not about to beg nobody to spend time with me. And I'm damn sure not about to, like, allow somebody to keep trying to treat, keep trying to sun me and treat me like shit. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, that's dead. Like, that option, I'm not going back there. I'm not entertaining it anymore. I'm just gonna focus on having fun and, like, stop waiting. Like, I'm done waiting. And it's so funny that I said that, and I realized, like, my honest sister, I did an article when I was in Vegas, and, like, I was talking about that, like, how I've been just in this pattern of just waiting for shit to happen for 3 years. And I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm not about to keep waiting for shit. Like, I'm not about to And I think that's what we have to realize about going after our dreams. So many people think going after your dreams is like this single focused thing. Like you just have to be so so laser focused. And yes, it does require a certain amount of steadfastness, a certain amount of discipline. But when you get so focused on it, it takes away the joy of it. It's not fun anymore. And that's why so many people don't reach their dreams, because they stop living their lives. They don't realize that your dream, what you're trying to accomplish, is just a part of your life, right? But you still have to keep living. You still have to keep moving forward. And this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand about not waiting for God to show you blessings, not waiting for God to be like, hey, yeah, come on, like, if you get it, if it's on your heart, it stays on your heart, you feel it in your gut, you think you're supposed to do it, just do it. Just move forward. Trust that feeling, trust that instinct, and move forward. And if you do, that's when you'll see your power. That's when you'll see, like, oh shit. That's when the victory just randomly come in out of nowhere. And it's not because you're not trying to manipulate it. It's not because you're focused. It's not because you're trying to, tell God what to do. It's just because you genuinely trust yourself. You genuinely trust the path. You trust your relationship with God. And a big part of that is like when you make mistakes, you don't beat yourself up, because you realize, like, I'm just doing the best that I can fucking do. And that's what I realized. I'm like, you know what? And I actually had to check myself. Because I was watching the Kardashians episode, and of course, there was the finale, and it was all about Tristan cheating on Khloe again. And like I realized, like I was a part of the. I wasn't making. I think I may have made. No, I don't think I tweeted anything, but I was laughing at the jokes. It was funny, like when everybody was talking shit about Khloe, like, this happened again. And I realized, like, that's fucked up that I was laughing at that and I partaked in that when I'm really Khloe, for real. Like, I'm really that girl that gives niggas chance after chance after chance after chance. And then I get my feelings hurt, and then it has to reach a part where my heart is, like, literally, like, no. Like, my heart is like, bitch, I'm leaving. Like, I can't take this no more. And that's what happened. And what I realized is that last weekend, I was at a cross point. I was at a crossroads in my life. This is so funny. Like, this is all of my whole book is about this, and I didn't realize, like, why my book was about that, but now I get it. And it's like, we think that, to manifest things, to get our victory, that it's something that we have to tangibly do. Like, we have to, move to Atlanta, we got to move to LA, and it's not that. It's all about this inner work that you have to do, because once you do that inner work, then you'll be able to see your power. And that's what happened last weekend for me. It was just like, I worked way too fucking hard. I got myself way too built up to keep allowing this one fracture of my life. I didn't let my parents go. I done did all this fucking work, but yet I still am holding on to this person. And I was just like, I'm not about to keep feeling like that anymore. And I made that choice. I'm like, no more waiting. I'm going to live my life. I forgave myself. I'm like, look, Am, at least, and it's something that Kim said. I think did Kim say it? It's like, you do the best that you can do. You give chances. You forgive people. And then if that person don't get it and that person take advantage of it and shit on it, it's not on you. You did the best that you could do. And that's what I realized. I'm like, damn, I really feel bad that I shitted on Khloe, because I am a Khloe at the end of the day. Like, I am somebody who has done this. And so I had tenderness. I didn't beat myself up about it. Like, I was hurt. I was sad. I was like, damn. But the thing was, it also galvanized me. I'm like, I'm not about to stay in this energy anymore. Angel number 1327. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do something different. And so I went to a party. I went out. I changed my, and literally the crazy thing is, my car battery, I've never done this before. I left my lights on, and so my battery had went down. And so I had instinct, like, without even thinking about it, was like, you know what, I'm going to this party. I done got my makeup. I did, did all this shit to get dressed. Like, I'm going to this motherfucking party. And so as I'm like ordering the Uber, the person who hurt my feelings texts me at the same time, like, the night is still young. And it's just like, I literally had a moment, because I'm like, oh, well, what if an Uber don't come? And, like, I had that anxiety, and I was literally thinking about canceling my Uber and being a dumbass and being like, okay, let's go out. And then something in me was just like, no, you did too much work. And at first I was going to ignore the text, and I didn't. I spoke my truth. I'm like, no, like I could have told you that shit yesterday, but you like to hurt my feelings, and I'm not going to keep letting you hurt my feelings. And I hopped the timeline. That's what y'all have to understand. Getting into your God, your Jesus potential, being able to really truly see your power, it's about having that tenderness, loving yourself, and choosing something differently. I was at the crossroads. I could have canceled the Uber and just went out with this nigga, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'm going to choose this timeline. Destiny on Queen Cut Tarot, she always talks about the X and the Y timeline. The X is your old life, the Y is your destiny. And it's like, I could have stayed with my old life, keep doing this damn pattern with this nigga for years and years and years. And I'm like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. I don't deserve that. I'm hopping on a Y timeline. I'm hopping towards my destiny. And as soon as I did that, it was like overnight shit, just angel number 1527, things start opening up. People from my past came back in. People like, and it wasn't just romance. It was also friends. Like the girl that, oh my God, I love Carly. And like, even now I'm trying to figure out like, why did, she did stop doing she was just my nail girl. And I realized like my nails was, long story short, y'all remember my stuff about my nails. And so I stopped going to her, but I realized like she's about to move, and she reached out to me like you was on my heart. And I'm so glad she reached out to me, because I'm like, damn, I would have felt really fucked up if I wouldn't have been able to talk to her and like, mend our relationship before she left. And so it was just like, because I didn't keep staying with the bullshit, because I didn't keep allowing myself to, be dragged in the mud and feel like that's what I deserve, because I was loving and kind to myself. And I'm like, you know what, Em? You put yourself out there. You got yourself hurt, but that's okay, babe. You don't have to keep waiting. Let's go keep living life. And the universe was like, yes, I've been waiting for this. And then shit just started coming in. And it was so crazy, because I'm like, damn, like just last week I felt like nothing was happening in my life. Like I just felt like nothing was happening. Like, yeah, I felt good, and I was happy about work, and I felt like I was in a good writing group, but like, I was telling y'all, I don't have friends, I don't have this. And then it was like, as soon as I made that decision to choose myself, everything was just like, telling you. All right, but let me stop talking. Now, clarify this message of tenderness, the Page of Pentacles with the 9 of Pentacles. What are you trying to get us to understand about choosing ourselves? Give us a tool, allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. Just give us one tool that we can use. God name I pray, Ashe. One tool, God. We're trying to stick with these ones, even though I kind of went off on a tangent. All right. Oh, yes. And this is it. Angel number 1729. This is it. This is what I did. And rather than complaining, I will focus on the positive aspects. And that's what I realized. I'm like, you know what? Because what happened was I reached out to him and was like, hey, you want to go get a drink? And he was like, no. Oh, this nigga be playing me. Anyway, so he was like, you want to get a drink? He was like, no. I was like, okay. Got my little feelings crushed. And a part of me was just like, oh, then I can't do anything, and nobody wants to hang out with me, and I don't have friends, and even he was my one friend, and it was just like, no, it was like this voice in my head was like, go to such and such bar, go to such and such page. And I went to somebody's Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, reached out to them like, hey, can I come to this party? Yeah, sure. No problem. I was like, because I don't want to be at home. I don't want to keep being in this energy. I don't want to keep feeling this way. I want to do something. I already went out by myself. I don't want to do that. I want to be around people. And literally, because I did that, everything shifted. Now I'm going to Colombia in September. Now I'm doing, I got a date on Tuesday. It's like it's lit, my life is good. I can't complain, because I chose to not focus on that bullshit. And this is what God's trying to show you. You have this power. This is the power that we all have. And it's not because of what you're doing. It's not because of what you know. It's about the tenderness that you have for yourself. Come on, I like that. When you focus upon lack and an attitude of complaining, you establish a vibrational point of attraction that only gives you access to more thoughts of complaint. So if I would have just sat at home and been like, oh, he don't love me, he hate me, and everybody else hate me, and I would have just kept attracting more and more and more of that bullshit. I would have just probably been depressed, eating some type of takeout. But because I'm like, no, fuck that. I know I'm worthy. I know I'm a good ass person. I know y'all. I know I'm working on it. But it's like, I know I am a good person. I hate that. I hate saying it, but it is true. Like, I'm funny. I feel I'm beautiful. Like, my weight may not be where it is, but I'm not, I have a body, I'm sexy. I know how to dress. I'm intelligent. Like, why wouldn't nobody want to hang with me? And because I did that, because I'm like, I just need to just get out there. I just need to go. And I did that. Life changed. Your deliberate effort to tell a new story will establish a new pattern of thought, providing you with a new point of attraction from your present about your past and into your future. Literally everything that I just said. Because I decided to not focus on that, because I decided to focus on who I am, where I'm going, my energy, my point of attraction, everything shifted. I literally feel like I timeline hopped last weekend. And this is why I wanted to come on here. Your deliberate effort to tell a new story will establish a new pattern of thought, providing you with a new point of attraction from your present about your past and into your future. The simple effort of looking for positive aspects will set a new vibrational tone that will begin the immediate attraction of thoughts, people, circumstances, and things that are pleasing to you. Isn't that what I just said? Angel number 2055. I could have stayed there literally 2 times. I could have stayed there Friday night. I could have stayed there Saturday night. I could have went to the bar and kept going on this shit with him. But instead of being like, no, I'm not going to keep. I've been here. I played that game, got the t-shirt, don't want to go back no more. Because I decided I'm going to do something differently. And I didn't just say I'm going to do something differently in my mind, but I physically felt the need to do something differently. That's why I was going out of town. That's why I've been doing these solo vacations, because I need to do stuff differently to literally show God and the universe, like, I'm for real. I'm done with the whole shit. You don't have to worry about me keep tiptoeing back. I'm for real. I'm done. And because that happened, and I think because last weekend was the last test, it was like, yeah, let's go. Now you get to see some new shit. Now you get to be excited again. Now you get to see what it feels like to have somebody come in and be like, oh, let's go out. This is the days. I'm busy, this. Following up. I was just like, oh shit, this is everything I wrote about. And that's why I'm realizing, like, when I be writing shit, that should be like, all right. So, last thing, there's no shortage of time or money. So for you guys that's feeling like, oh, it's too late for me, I should have been, no, shut the fuck up. If you should have did it, you would have did it. If you should have did it, you would have did it. Okay? Brand new day. And this is what God's trying to say. It starts with you. You got to stop shitting on your past self. You got to stop beating yourself up for who you used to be. You ain't her no more, boo. You brand new. You have done the work. It's over. You ain't even, the past is like, come on, I gotta take that. The past is like, stop fucking talking about me, bitch, move on. I'm over it. Choose to go differently. The only reason why your past is still relevant is because your ass keep talking about it. Let it go. It's over. Move forward. So, move forward with love and tenderness. So, I'm going to give you guys the one final message. We're going to go into our blessing. God, what happens is from this moment forward, we just decide to put ourselves first. We decide to love on ourselves. We stop focusing on the negative, stop complaining, and just focus on positive, moving in a positive direction. Angel number 2320, and knowing that there is no shortage of time or money. What blessing comes in our life? And from this moment forward, we decide to make a change. In God's name I pray. I'm so serious, y'all. Like, that shit, like, it was like immediate. I was just literally like, what is my life right now? Like, what is happening? Like, what is happening? Only thing that's missing is a job. And that shit coming, okay? All right. Oh my God, we got it again, which means God is so serious about this. This is the second time we have got this. I'm Shanti, peace, blessings. I'm Shanti. Bless you are with everlasting peace beyond words or understanding. Bless you are with tranquility and bliss Blessed you are with clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul through all that appears as infinite. This card is just trying to let you understand that once you trust yourself, once you value yourself, once you decide, only me, only I, only me being kind to myself. Treat me nice or don't fucking talk to me at all. That's my rule now. Talk to me nice, nigga. I ain't got time for that shit. I literally tweeted, this is my era. I'm at the point in my life where you can't say you love me and treat me like shit. Friends, family, parents included. If you say you love me, you have to show it in your actions and your inactions, motherfucker. This shit, like, lip service ain't working around here. And what God is saying, when you do that, when you choose to only be around people that make you feel good, when you only choose to do things that make you feel good inside, when things happen that go wrong, instead of focusing on the negative, you choose to focus on the positive, you will see your power, you will have an everlasting peace, and God will let you know that there is no shortage of the abundance and love that He will bring into your life. Okay? Last thing, a namaste blessing. The divine in me acknowledge the divine in you. That's what namaste means, if you ever wondered. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you. I bow to you and honor your inner light of pure and unconditional love. Eternal peace to you, eternal love with you, eternal joy be with you through splendidly. Y'all know the word. Serendipity blessings. You know, serendipity, whatever. Just like how I said. Like, and I'm just telling y'all, you can feel my energy, can't you? Like, when I tell you, the message came out of nowhere, but it was like somebody I've always had a crush on, and I'm just like, I'm happy. I'm happy, I'm excited, and this could be you too. All you have to do is choose you first. Alright, y'all, that's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. And guys, make sure you have your fucking notifications on, because it is about to go down. I'm about to give y'all something new, something exciting, something that's not quite tarot, but it's gonna be right up the alley. Alright, y'all, I will see you soon. Oh, until we meet again. 2630. Dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. I need to calm the fuck down. All right, bye.